Do you remember how your household reacted when the government announced there would be lockdowns due to the coronavirus pandemic? Did you make plans for stocking up on essentials? Did you assign roles to family members on who would take care of what so that they would be prepared for the lockdown? Did you panic? I'm sure many households were thrown into confusion when lockdown restrictions were first announced. I mean, who could have prepared for that kind of a scenario? But for organizations, especially the big ones that many people rely on, such as banks or the utility companies, that kind of unpreparedness, even for something as unprecedented as coronavirus, is simply unacceptable. Hi, my name is Jet, and today I'm going to introduce to you the concept of BCMS, or Business Continuity Management System. If you want to know how organizations stay operational regardless of the catastrophe or the crisis, and if you want to know how you can remain prepared as well, join me on this learning journey. What is BCMS? Business Continuity Management System, or BCMS, is a holistic management process that identifies disruptive threats and their impact on operations. It also provides a framework for building resilience to safeguard the organization's key assets. Let's break that down. When we say BCMS is a holistic process, we mean it is a complete and it takes into consideration the entirety of an organization. So when we say that BCMS identifies disruptive threats that can affect operations, we mean all operations of an organization. And let's apply that definition to your household so that you can better relate to that idea. What areas of your home life were disrupted by the lockdown measures? Your access to food and essential items? Maybe your access to drinking water if your supplier couldn't deliver. Your internet connection? Your ability to pay bills? Your ability to get anywhere because there was no public transport? And your ability to help friends and family who live far away from you? If you look at these as operations of your home life, then think of BCMS as the system that will ensure that all those areas continue to be taken care of, continue functioning regardless of the crisis because you've prepared for it. We'll talk more about how you can prepare for a crisis later. Key assets of an organization. When I gave you the definition of BCMS, I mentioned that it safeguards the organization's key assets. What are these key assets? These are an organization's brand, image, reputation, value-creating activities, and key stakeholders. Basically, key assets are those that give value to an organization. Brand, image, and reputation are intangible assets but are very important because they represent the public's perception of the company. Value-creating activities are those that transform input into output. This would be your favorite footwear brand taking raw materials to manufacture the latest must-have sneakers, or a university putting together knowledge and your professors' collective skills and experience to offer the courses you are now taking. Key stakeholders are those who can affect an organization's objectives or are affected by an organization's actions. This would include the employees working in that organization, the customers or clients, and the suppliers. BCMS is designed to protect all these assets. Now let's take a look at what makes up a business continuity management system. The 4 components of BCMS. There are 4 must-have components to a BCMS. First is an emergency response plan. This is the plan that an organization activates the moment a crisis occurs. For example, when a strong earthquake occurs in the area where the organization's main office is located. Second is a crisis management plan. This plan is activated when the emergency worsens and there's a long-term impact on the organization's operations. If we go back to our earthquake example, a crisis management plan would have to be activated if, for example, the organization's key leaders and decision makers are inaccessible due to the earthquake. The third component of BCMS is a business continuity plan. This is activated when staying operational becomes an issue. Again, let's take our earthquake example. Say the earthquake was strong enough to render the organization's building unsafe for people to enter. This means all the employees will have to find somewhere else to work. And what if most of their laptops were in the building and they couldn't retrieve them? Time to activate that BCP. The fourth component of BCMS is an IT disaster recovery plan, which just goes to show how important information technology has become in the way we all work. Regardless of the industry an organization is in, it will have to develop a plan to recover or keep its IT systems running in case of a crisis. These four components, these plans, will spell the difference between surviving and collapsing during a crisis. We'll have a separate learning module to talk about the details of building a BCMS. But let me spend the rest of this learning journey with you talking about the benefits of having a BCMS. BCMS, why it's a must for every organization. I think we can all agree that we live in a highly disrupted and disruptive world. Because of climate change, we can expect more and more extreme weather events such as Typhoon Yolanda, which can displace entire communities. The rapid pace of technological developments and innovation are changing the way we live and work, and in some cases obliterating entire business models. When was the last time you went to a physical video store to borrow a VHS tape? Do you even know what a VHS tape is? These disruptions can threaten the existence of an organization. But organizations that establish a BCMS improve their awareness of these threats. Taking the time to work on a BCMS naturally makes an organization more attuned to the risks and dangers it could possibly face. Establishing a BCMS also improves supply chain resilience. Supply chain is the network of suppliers and the process involved in the journey of a product or service from its original state to customer or client. Even the simplest products, such as a bath soap, could have an extensive supply chain behind it. Imagine what would happen if one of the links in that chain breaks apart. Having a BCMS can help an organization ensure that it doesn't happen, or if it does, the organization is prepared to repair that break with another link. Another benefit of having a BCMS is that it allows an organization to protect shareholder value. A BCMS helps an organization continue operating through a crisis. Therefore, it helps an organization continue creating value, which could mean keeping workers employed, keeping customers well supplied, and keeping clients satisfied. An organization with a BCMS is better positioned to negotiate business interruption insurance premiums than an organization without one. Remember that one of the benefits of having a BCMS is that an organization is more aware of threats it faces. This means leaders within the organization have carefully considered the real impact of potential disasters or interruptions on the organization. Having that insight enables the leaders to better evaluate the type and value of insurance cover the organization requires. Another connected benefit of increased threat awareness is that organization is able to respond to major incidents effectively and safely. Because an organization has done its homework preparing for possible threats, it knows what to do, how to react when the threat materializes. That readiness to respond also enables an organization to protect time-critical business processes. Take a bank, for example, that experienced a cyber attack during this pandemic. If that bank is unable to restore online banking services immediately, imagine how damaging that would be for the bank's reputation, especially at a time like this when most people are choosing to do their financial transactions online rather than in person. Having a BCMS can spare an organization from that extended downtime. And because of that, that organization is better able to meet customer and regulatory demands. It is also better positioned to protect its people. Maintaining continuity of operations and having response measures in place for a wide range of potential threats not only protects people's livelihood, it also protects their lives. And lastly, having a BCMS enables an organization to make decisions quickly and effectively during a crisis. When people within the organization are aware of their responsibilities and of the contingency plans during a crisis, then they can act quickly and make critical decisions immediately. Depending on the crisis, those decisions again could save lives. If you look at all these benefits, you will see that establishing a BCMS helps an organization achieve this general ideal, a mentality of readiness. Because a BCMS makes an organization look at all potential threats and then plan for responding to those threats, it's highly unlikely that the organization will be paralyzed in shock if and when a crisis occurs. Think back again to your household's reaction when the government first announced that there would be lockdowns all around the country. How different do you think it would have been if you had your own BCMS at your homes? That covers the first part of your BCMS learning journey. I've given you an idea of what the BCMS is, its 4 components, and I've run down the many benefits of having a BCMS. Now let's take a look at how to go about establishing a business continuity management system. Hop on to your next learning journey.